Hi, friends. Welcome back to Porto, Portugal. Let's talk about some of the things you can do and chew in the city. There are so many amazing churches and cathedrals in the city, in particular, the Clergios Church and Tower, which is very recognizable in the city skyline. It's beautiful, and you can actually take the steps and walk all the way up to the top of the tower. But the steps are small and punishing, but you are rewarded with this beautiful view at the top. A few of the churches have some of the beautiful towel that so many recognize as a signature of Portugal. The famous tram one, which you can take around the city, although I'm not quite sure about eating at these restaurants that are too close to the tram tracks. Shopping on Santa Catarina. You can go into thrift stores, malls, mom and pop shops. It's amazing. And of course, no trip to Porto is complete without exploring the lore of Harry Potter. My mom is a huge Harry Potter fan, so of course we had to go to what is known as the, quote, Harry Potter bookstore. It's beautiful. You can see the signature red staircase and stained glass windows. There's the Harry Potter sorting hat. And in addition to visiting the bookstore, we also took an amazing tour around the city with Vinicus, who is a great tour guide who gives you all types of fun facts about the city and Harry Potter. I highly recommend his tour. I also recommend that if you visit this bookstore that you pay the extra $5 to get the expedited entry ticket, because the lines outside are very, very long, and this will help you get in right away. We also did an amazing African heritage tour with Mafelda. This was outstanding. As you can see, I don't have a lot of pictures for my tours, only because I really like to be engaged while I'm doing them. But I highly recommend you learn so much about Portuguese history and the huge role that Africans and the African diaspora plays in the country's history. At the end, we got to go to this great African art gallery, and you can buy art, you can buy jewelry. It was just really, really nice. Now, I have to be honest, I'm not a foodie. I like food. I do like to try new things, but I do tend to eat the most basic dish from each type of cuisine. Portugal is widely known for its seafood, which is great, but I'm not a huge fan, so I have to say that the food I'm about to share is pretty basic, but I still think you'll find it enjoyable. I'm also not a big drinker either, so we skipped out on the winery tours, but if you go across the Douro River back to the beautiful Gaia, a lot of places along the Riviera have $5 wine tastings, which was really great. I stuck with sangria and was very happy with my choice. Also, I love couvert, which is basically just bread and cheese and olives, but you can get it in pretty much every restaurant in the city, and I really, really enjoy that. The cafe right here is a great reminder to just explore the city. I was wandering the city with no particular destination and ran across this amazing little tea zen garden. It was so great. They had wonderful tea and cake. I just really enjoyed it. Of course, when you're in Portugal, you have to try the pastel de natas, the egg custards they're so well known for. I love them. Also, hot chocolate in Portugal sometimes is not of the drinking consistency. It might be closer to a thick soup. But I would say I was the most disappointed by this thing here, which is actually, I thought was a cheese-filled potato, but it's actually a cheese-filled codfish ball that was really not that tasty. When I went back last year with my mom, she was super excited to try it, although I tried to warn her, and she was upset about the taste for days. Luckily, we found an Aldi's not too far away, so she was able to get over her disappointment. Another food tradition of Portugal is the franchise sandwich. Again, I'm happy that I tried it. It wasn't my favorite thing. It's basically a sandwich with all types of meats and cheeses and also an egg and a tomato and beer-based broth. But I did eat my weight in gelato. I really enjoyed the amino gelato. I think I've broken the code of the best flavors to combine. I would always get the chocolate hazelnut, dulce de leche, and then you can decide between vanilla or salted caramel. So good. A great place to eat is this mother-daughter run Portuguese and African fusion restaurant called Morabeza Boa Vista. Both times I was in the city, I went for lunch, and I was really excited when the owner actually recognized me from when I came in the year before. They have a wonderful 4-course meal for lunch. It's really great fresh food. Y'all, I even tried to be healthy while I was there. Shout out to Nola Kitchen. They have great food for those who are vegan and trying to be health conscious, although to be honest, it just didn't have enough flavor for me. And you can't go wrong with basic pasta. I got this at the Tram restaurant, and the pasta was pretty good. And when you combine it with this beautiful view, you have a perfect lunch. Y'all, thanks for hanging with me in Porto. I hope you enjoyed the city as much as I did. Stay tuned for my trip to the capital city of Lisbon. And remember to like and subscribe.